As of now, 2019 format has been very interesting. Since last year in YCS London from 2018, we really overall have seen a ton of bullshit cards and bullshit problems that the game has created. So in this video, I will be going over top 10 most impactful cards of 2019. From the time that we are looking for is from 2018, the end of the year from where YCS London was, to the current formats that we are at now. We're looking at the top 10 most impactful. This does not look at just the cards that are banned on the list, but also the cards that are currently being a problem and an annoyance right now. These cards can be generic and overall just brilliant cards, but some of them are just borderline bullshit and extremely overpowered. So firstly, I want to mention that Firewall Dragon and Danger Archetype will not be included in this. The reason why Firewall Dragon is not on here is because he's been a problem since he actually first came out. There was FTKs such as the Dinosaur FTK, and of course FTKs from before he got banned. The Danger Archetype is mainly because all of them are a problem, and I'm basically only looking at one card per archetype. Otherwise, there's really not much on the one that shines out as much. So yeah. Anyway, coming at number 10, we have Mystic Mine. For the newest card out of every single one of these cards on the list, Mystic Mine really is an overpowered card for what it has, and a broken card since it's been released. The card is absolutely nutty. When your opponent controls more monsters than you do, your opponent basically can't do anything. Limiting your opponent from what they can do is borderline ridiculous, and since the card came out after Sky Strikers got hit, the Sky Strikers have been rocking this card and have been doing so well with it. Burn decks are slowly coming back into the meta, and really it's just not a fun card to play against. Coming in at number 9, Neospacian Aqua Dolphin, the card that really I was contemplating to put either this or Neospace Connector on. I felt that Neospacian Aqua Dolphin really deserved its spot on here. Neospacian Aqua Dolphin, since all these Dark Warrior decks were revealed and used, Neospacian Aqua Dolphin did basically all it does on the packet. It's basically a Mind Crush, but in revealing your opponent's hand is borderline crazy. Discarding a card, which is basically what these Warrior card decks want to do, is just absolutely ridiculous. And of course, activating this twice per turn after Neospace Connector came out, wow, all hell broke loose with this card. Coming in number 8, Thunder Dragon Colossus. Basically a built-in protection and built-in draw and lock bird effect. This card is borderline crazy and overall just a fantastic boss monster for the Thunder archetype. Basically, it's like an annoyance. You can't get rid of it with ease unless you can pretty much Solemn Strike its summon, or just like completely banish it or kaiju it, tribute it off the field. But there's just so little that you can do, and the impact this card has is absolutely insane. And the synergy with things like the Dangers, Titan, and also other cards, this card is just insane, and the ease of summoning it is absolutely crazy. Of just needing to tribute summon a Thunder card, yeah, it's pretty nutty. Next card we're looking at is Heroic Champion Rangomniad, one of the most insane cards that has ever been released, and well, back when it was released, it wasn't actually that good. But the turbo on this card was absolutely insane, with Gossip Shadow and how easy it was to get out just through one combo and one card was absolutely insane. And this card absolutely caused an insane problem in the metagame and had to be banned away. Next card, Soul Charge, a problem card from when it was released. Soul Charge basically got its nickname changed to Game Charge, and overall was just a massive broken card. If you open this card first turn or top decked it, well then you basically won the duel, because in Dark Warrior decks this card was absolutely crazy. Even in any other decks, such as like FTKs, like Danger FTK, this card put in too much work, and overall was just an insane card in the metagame. Had to be banned, and thank God it is. Next card, Topologic Gunblade Dragon. After Firewall's ban, people thought, hey, yeah, it's all good, every single problem's gone. Firewall Dragon FTK, no. Of course, Topologic Gunblade Dragon had to come in, because starting your turn with no cards in your hand is absolutely fantastic. Dark Warrior decks had too much advantage with using cards like Phoenix Blade, and making sure they constantly had a card in their hand was just overall just broken as hell. Gunblade Dragon basically removed every card from your hand during your turn and your opponent's turn, making everything just a complete nightmare. And overall, making an unbreakable board with this card, not really the best of things. Next card, Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier, Toon Cannon Soldier, Shadow Priestess of Own, but mainly just want to look at Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier is one of the oldest cards on this list, if not the oldest, and has an insane card effect. Tribute one monster, inflict 500. And all of a sudden, with Firewall Dragon and the Danger archetype being released, Danger Dark World FTK was just absolutely insane before Firewall Dragon finally got his whip. Of course, Cannon Soldier was a insane card and really was a fighter to go on the ban list. People didn't really know what to do, and of course Konami did the right thing, banning Firewall Dragon, not the Cannon Soldier. But either way, this card's impact on the metagame was absolutely insane. Next card, Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche, one of the best cards in this current metagame. Bardiche has caused so much problems, of course, with cards like the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch, and of course now the Orcus deck. This card does so much for what it does. It searches your Fog Blades, searches pretty much all your Phantom Knight cards, and creates an absolutely insane impact on the metagame. The metagame right now just consists of Orcus, Danger, and all this sort of stuff. And Rusty, you've basically packed in a little bit too much of a punch. Next up at number 2, Armageddon Knight, pretty much one of the memeiest cards since last year. Armageddon Knight is basically a summon Armageddon Knight, I win the duel. Of course, with the Danger Dark World FTK, Armageddon Knight basically packed in too much of a punch, and thank God it got limited. Very easy to summon, not a hard once per turn, and overall was just an absolute catastrophe to play against. Of course, simple effect. So send one Dark Warrior to send one Dark Monster from your deck to the graveyard. This can basically mean anything. And of course, with FTK decks, it was just not that fun to play against. Honorable mentions go to Super Polymerization, Destiny Hero Malicious, There Can Only Be One, and Destrudo, the Lost Dragon Frisian, and of course at number 1, Summon Sorceress. Summon Sorceress on release was too much of a card. It basically just says what it does does what it says in the name. It summons cards, and it's too generic. This created so many problems and allowed so many FTKs to come through. And of course, thank goodness, we did not have this really have this card run when Firewall Dragon was the main problem. Summon Sorceress did way too much for what it does. Thank God it's finally gone now, because if we had it while the Orcus Danger deck was around, well, we'd have too much of a problem. The card finally got the ban, and of course the impact that it had was just fantastically annoying. The card is absolutely broken. It put too much work in so many decks, including stuff like Dark Warrior, of course, even decks like ABC, Cyber Dragons, and all this sort of stuff. They didn't exactly hit the metagame as much, but they did too much for what they did. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Tell me how I did and if I missed out any cards. And for all you people that potentially watch this video, I thank you very much. Thank you all very much for watching the video. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you very much.